Good morning, Pisces. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to Tarot with Kat. This is going to be your tarot reading for Wednesday, September 24th, and through next Wednesday, October 1st. I'm here every Wednesday. I do the readings for all of the water and air signs. And so that would be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini on Wednesdays. Come back every Wednesday. Do be sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button if you enjoyed this reading. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's find out what's happening. It's been a wild month in September. We've just come out of eclipse season. Actually, we're kind of still in it because we're still in the throes of it and everything that it stirred up, right? So we just had this lunar solar eclipse on the 21st. And also, not just the eclipses, but what's happening planetarily right now is something that hasn't happened in a very, very long time. So there's been all kinds of portals and energy pathways opened up for people to be making major shifts and changes. So yeah, we've had a lot of really intense and interesting readings all so far the month of September. So Pisces, let's get into your reading, shall we? This is the reading for Pisces for the week of September 24th through October 1st. All right, I've put links to the decks I use in the description below the video. Oh, there you are. There you are, Pisces. Right now, and it hopped right out. You're represented by the Six of Swords this week. So let's go ahead and lay out your spread. I use a traditional Celtic cross spread for these general readings that I'm doing right now. I really hope to build up my subscribership so that I can open a members only section, do more extended readings and get more into this. But for now, as I'm just getting started, I'm keeping it simple. We're going to do a basic Celtic cross. So you are represented here, Pisces, this week by a Six of Swords. Crossing you, you have a Page of Pentacles. Down here in your subconscious tool shed, you've got the Five of Swords. Okay. So then stepping out of your immediate past, recent past, is a Hermit. Ninth major arcana. Cycle coming to an end also. Okay, crowning you in your ideal section up here this week is another page, a Page of Wands. All right. So then down in your immediate future, stepping into your immediate future this week at the end of the week, you're going to be stepping into a Queen of Wands situation. I love the Queen of Wands. I am the Queen of Wands. That's my card in the tarot deck, for sure. It's my sign. She's Sag, she's fire, she's passionate, she's creative. She's why I have the black cat right there. This is an antique book, which I absolutely love, but I also love the cover. There's a black cat in with the Queen of Wands. So love that card. You're going to have a Queen of Wands person stepping into your immediate future this week, Pisces. Down here, you are feeling in your environment like the Five of Pentacles. The environment around you, though, is giving you wands. Nine of Wands in your environment. Okay. Then in your hopes and dreams section here, you've got a Two of Cups. That's our first cup. We've got quite a few wands, a couple pentacles, and swords. We're hoping for cups. And then in the final outcome, pentacles. King of Pentacles, no less. King of Pentacles. So that's pretty cool. I think I already have a feeling what's happening with this reading, Pisces. So one more thing that I like to do before we get too deeper into explaining the spread is I like to pull another card from my holographic deck. I hope to make more videos about all of these. I put links to these really cool decks in the description section below. But I like to pull out one confirmation card there for our reading. And that card at the end of our reading, it will confirm everything this spread is telling us. It'll be confirmation or further clarification for us on this reading here. If at any time during the reading, Pisces, you think you know what that clarification card might be, do drop a comment down in the comment section below. I love to read your comments. Love to hear from you. I write back to everyone who comments to me, so greatly appreciate it. Also want to encourage my friends and family. I've started incorporating tarot into scriptures and scripture into tarot in the comment section of the video. So with this reading, it'll be tied into all the scriptures that it supports. I don't think the tarot runs contrary to different religions. It ties in all religions because it ties in God, which is universal truth, right? So it's all about universal law, immutable law, not man's law. Man's law is where it all gets messed up, okay? So minor arcana, by the way, man's law. Major arcana, God's law, universal law. Anyway, so yeah, do let me know what you think that clarification card might be. All right, Pisces, for this week, just coming out of our eclipse season, powerful changes and pulls, shifts. You are being represented by a Six of Swords here. So this is you getting across safely to the other side after a lot of struggle, after a lot of heartache, battle. You're finally kind of getting a rest and getting through it all. This is you getting through stuff and getting through stuff with the help of others. You've got this ferryman with you. You've got this young child in the boat. You're still feeling it. We're right out of this. You're still feeling it. You got those swords with you, carrying it like baggage, but you are getting safely across to this beautiful shore on the other side, which is portrayed in the picture with, lush green trees, and you're getting across to a better place. That is what is representing you this week, Pisces. You're being crossed by a Page of Pentacles here. So this comes up in your position that's either your challenge, obstacle, or an awareness for you to have this week. And pages often represent people who are more youthful people, or older people with a very youthful, almost immature personality, and they're always bringing opportunities. Pages are always bringing new opportunities, new options. So this is some new financial opportunity, maybe even somebody coming in with this kind of financial opportunity. Could represent somebody who's an earth sign, Pentacles or earth signs. Yeah. So you are being crossed by that as your awareness or your obstacle this week. Down here in your subconscious toolshed, Pisces, you have a Five of Swords. So this is a card of, fives are always cards of being a little bit off kilter, a little off balance, cards of loss. So you've been through some battles and stuff, but they weren't well won. Not every, you don't always, sometimes when you win, you lose, kind of a deal. So this is a card of having come through some things where you're feeling like, yes, you've won, but not to everybody's satisfaction. Like somebody else lost out, and it could have been a thing where like everybody's, where nobody's feelings were hurt, but it wasn't. So you're coming out of this. You have this. You're not coming out of this. Is what is become part of your foundation. Is this feeling like this feeling of always coming out of things of, it's a mentality of scarcity, a scarcity mentality. If I give you a piece of my pie, then there's not as much for me. And so I feel like that's what you've been kind of carrying with you a little bit, Pisces. And you have inside of you as part of your subconscious. In your immediate past this week, Pisces, we have the Hermit card. So this could signify that you've been recently spending some time like alone in solitude, taking a time out. And I wouldn't be at all surprised because a lot of people the past week have been overwhelmed by strong emotions. If you found yourself like having days where you just like reacted in ways that you don't normally do, just stronger than normal. And you're like, wow, where did that come from? That's what's been happening with these, planetarily and with the cosmic energies this last week. And so you very well may have been the hermit yourself, where you've taken some time to like sit with what's happening and reflect on what's happening and channel your inner wisdom. This light that he's carrying signifies his inner wisdom. Now, the Hermit card, though, also can signify somebody in your life that's a counselor to you, often an older person, not always, but a very, very, very wise person, but sometimes in like the counseling professions, and often someone that nobody else in your social life is aware that you're talking, and they know, and that, you know, they're guiding you. So maybe it's somebody you watch on a YouTube channel that speaks to you only, and nobody else knows that you're watching this person, but they're kind of your hermit. So there may be somebody in your recent past, Pisces, that fits that bill for you, that you've been getting wisdom and guidance from recently. Or this could have been you taking this private, quiet reflection time so that you can process all this stuff that's been happening with you with these swords, so that you can move forward in the world and do better. And that's what we're getting to up here. So in your ideal here, you have a page of wands. So wands indicate action and passion and fire and activity, and they're associated with fire. The pages, again, like your other page you had crossing you, the Page of Pentacles, bringing some opportunity, financial opportunity, but you're coming out of, you know, these swords. You're feeling the Six of Swords. You have this Five of Swords mentality below you that you're trying to, I think, reflect on it with this Hermit and break away from that mentality, that scarcity mentality that you know, that you were raised with. It's not your fault, and it's nobody's fault, but it is something we can get rid of. So you're hoping for this Page of Wands opportunity here showing up to expand your horizons and follow your passion, follow your joy, follow your bliss, and make your life, you know, to make your life better. I think that's what's crowning you in your ideal is what you want. And beautifully, you're moving in your immediate future this week into a Queen of Wands situation. She's wonderful. She's in control, in charge of her household. She's very nurturing, very creative, very giving. She's the queen of the home. She's all about family and family strength and connection. And she's very intuitive also. She's very much in charge of, like I said, her passions and her bliss. And so you're stepping into a Queen of Wands. You're going to have somebody, either it's going to be you channeling that after this week, working to become that, or somebody that's going to be in your life that's either got a woman that fits that description, or a man. It could be a man with Queen of Wands energy as well. You have to forgive my dog Redford up there. He doesn't like it when I'm down here and he's up there. All right. So this coming week in your environment, Pisces, you personally are feeling this Five of Pentacles. So you're feeling a little left out in the cold. You're feeling like other people have enjoyed. Again, I think this is just you still clinging with this kind of Five of Swords thinking. Swords have to do with your thoughts and your thinking. So your mental images that you say to yourself, those things you say to yourself in your brain. And the fives are that, like I said, that scarcity mentality. So it's leading to this Five of Pentacles feeling this week of feeling left out in the cold. Like you've worked so hard all your life and done all this, but you haven't been properly recognized or compensated for it, and everybody else is in there enjoying all the, you know, light and goodness, and you're out here in the freezing cold. Super important for you to remember, Pisces, that you are not alone. You've got people with you, and you may have had, this last week might have brought about some really powerful, ground-shattering changes. Based on last week's reading, you could go back and look at last week's reading if you go down in my videos. Perhaps I will link that at the end here. Last week's reading had some powerful changes, and it may have left you feeling like this in your environment this week. And the environment itself is going to be a Nine of Wands. So nines, again, completion. You got the 9 here. You got the Hermit. That's the end, coming to the end of a cycle. So you're coming to the end of a cycle. And I feel like for you, Pisces, it's coming to the end of this feeling of want and scarcity. I think you're coming to the end of that and learning how to get over that. The environment is handing you 9 of Wands, lots of work, lots to be done, feeling a little weary, worn out, because there's a lot of things to do. So you're feeling a little weary there. In your hopes and dreams, though, you're hoping for some cups. You want to make connection. You want to forge new relationships. And this is a wonderful time. You're really emotionally tuned right now, you Pisces, energetically, to connect deeply with others. This is your time. This is your week to do this. And creativity is also flowing from you this week. And cups are creativity. They're the water. They're associated with water, which is creativity, intuition. So this is the week for heartfelt conversations. Your romance is going to get a boost. And your mental energy is going to be really sharp this week. And the final outcome, King of Pentacles, which is wonderful. Pentacles are associated with wealth, finances, all of our earthly material things and goods, our stuff. And kings are stable and in charge and in control and have it. And so, and they're also protective and security, protection and security. So that's your final outcome, Pisces, which is awesome. All right, with that said, let us think about this confirmation card. Again, I think I feel like it has to have something to do with breaking out of this mentality, maybe further advice of what you need to do that, or maybe further confirmation that yes, that's it, and you've got some amazing things coming. I wouldn't be surprised if you have the star or the Wheel of Fortune. You've got 9s here, and you're at the end and you're reflecting, so perhaps you'll get the Wheel of Fortune card. Or the Hanged Man might be something asking you to shift your perspective, perhaps. Okay, I'm super curious. If you think you know what it is, drop your guess in the comment section below. Oh, wait. Okay, it's another 9. So it's kind of it does confirm what I said about what you are dealing with. It is the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords, again, you're at the end of this cycle. And remember what I said, swords have to do with your thoughts, your thought processes, your mental messages, everything, thoughts and words. So everything you're saying to yourself. So the 9 of Swords represents sleepless nights, anxiety, because of all those thoughts going through your head. It's anxiety. So this is very confirming. You are at the end of this cycle, very much at the end of this cycle. Listen to this hermit person, especially if this hermit is you. Make sure you take that time away that you need to. Pay attention to the pages, the messages that are coming into your life, the offers and opportunities that are coming in this week that are both crossing you and in your ideal. I think that Queen of Wands is going to be super helpful to you. Maybe she's me. Maybe it's me. Maybe I've offered you the bit of advice, the little nudge that you needed. I don't know. I hope so. And you'll get over this feeling left out. This is your great week for relationships, and you will become this King of Pentacles. And you need to work on some reprogramming your mental messaging to yourself. And that is how you will bring this about, Pisces. Have a blessed week. If you liked this tarot reading, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and hit the lotus blossom right there to subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you back next week. Thank you so much, Pisces.